Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Bharadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Bharadhari Jasoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Radha Madhava. Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Radha Madhaju ki jai. Prabhupada ki Jayam Vishnu Paraparamahansa Paribraja Kacharya Ashta Taraswata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Avoid Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Pratistha Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Ananta Kota Vaishnava Vrinda ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai Navadip Simai Bodham ki Jai Ganga Mai ki Jai Jamuna Mai ki Jai Bhakti Devi ki Jai Tulasi Maharani ki Jai Sri Harinam Sankirtan Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Nitai Go Premanandi Hari Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Glories to Sri Prabhupada. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Praise Hare Krishna. So we're reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 20, text number 9. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sulabha Juri Viprashe Hiyani Vritas Tanu Tajaham Natata Tirtha Ajate Shradhaya Yidanat Tyaja Sulabha Judi Viprashe Hiyani Tanu Tyaja Natata Tirtha Ajate Shradhayati Danatyaja Sulabha Judi Viprarshe Hiyanritas Tanutajaya Natata Tirtha Ajate Shradhayati Danatyaja Sulabha Judi Viprashe Hiyani Vritas Tanutajaya Natata Tirtha Ayate Shradhaye Danatyaja Sulabhuda Viprashe Hiyani Tanutaja Mataji's. Sulabhayudi viprashe Yanivrita sanutyaja Natata titayate Shvarhaya yedamatyaja Sulabhayudi viprashe Yanivrita sanutyaja Natata titayate Shvarhayati danatyaja Shulabha, very easily obtained. Judy, in the battlefield. Viprarishi, O best of the Brahmanas. He, indeed, Anivrita, not being afraid of fighting. Tanu Tyajya, and thus lay down their lives. Na, not. Tata, as. Tiriti ayate, on the arrival of a saintly person who creates holy places. Shraddhaya, with faith and devotion. Yea, those who Dana Tyajya, can give up their accumulated wealth. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, the Boy Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O best of the Brahmanas, many men have laid down their lives on the battlefield, being unafraid of fighting, but rarely has one gotten a chance to give his accumulated wealth faithfully to a saintly person who creates holy places. Please repeat. O best of the Brahmanas, many men have laid down their lives on the battlefield, being unafraid of fighting, but rarely has one gotten the chance to give his accumulated wealth faithfully to a saintly person who creates holy places. Purport. Many Kshatriyas have laid down their lives on the battlefield for their nation, but hardly a person can be found who is giving up all of his property and accumulated wealth in charity to a person worthy of the gift. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 17:20, Datevyamiti tad danam diyati anupakarinim deshakalicha patricha tad danam shatvikam smritam. That gift, which is giving out of duty at the proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation of a return, is considered to be charity in the mode of goodness. Thus, charity giving in the proper place is called Shatvika. And above this charity in goodness is transcendental charity, in which everything is sacrificed for the sake of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vamanadev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, had come to Bali Maharaj for alms. How could one get such an opportunity to give charity? Therefore, Bali Maharaj decided without hesitation to give the Lord whatever he wanted. One may get various opportunities and lay down his life on the battlefield, but such an opportunity as this is hardly ever obtained. Om Agyantamidandasya Jananjanan Shalakayo Takshuran Militanjina Tasmai Shri Gurvina Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadha Shiva Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So Bali Maharaj is speaking here to his spiritual master. Lord Vamanadev has appeared. He's asking for 3 paces of land, and Shukracharya is pointing out that no, this actual person is Vishnu. You don't give him. He'll take away everything you've got. So Bali Maharaj, being a devotee, he said that if this is Vishnu, then this is the purpose of all activities, is to please Lord Vishnu. And now that same Lord Vishnu has appeared before me, and he's asking me why I shouldn't give it. But Shukracharya, because of his demoniac association, he couldn't appreciate that one should give everything away to even the Supreme Personality of Godhead when he is there. He's still concerned of his own material welfare, being the priest of the demons. So he's saying that so many Kshatriyas have laid down their lives on the battlefield. So that is expected. Krishna says those in the Bhagavad Gita, those who go to battle, that they're not creating the battle, but they're going to battle. Someone else is causing the battle, but they're going to the battle to curb the enemies who's going to attack. What does Krishna say? Happily they they're fighting. They're unsought. They're fighting, but they're not. It's unsought. They're not going out picking trouble, looking for how to increase my kingdom and kill everyone. But the battle is coming unsought. That means the enemy are coming to them. They're being attacked. So here is the Kshatriya is very ready to counteract the opposing party, and he's ready to lay down his life because he knows that happy are the Kshatriyas who dedicate their life. Next life they'll go back to Godhead. If they die on the battlefield, it's a glorious death for the Kshatriya. They go back to, at least they go back to the heavenly planets. Devotees will go back to Godhead. Bali, he was like he went back to Godhead. He went down to Patala, Shutala, but Loka. But he was enjoying like a heavenly planet. And Bali and Lord Vamanadev there was also living. So he could get darshan of Lord Vamanadev and Lord on the same planet. So that was his destination. So anyway, the point of this part of the chapter is how Bali Maharaj has surrendered everything to Krishna. And it's such a great thing. The Kshatriyas, it's expected it's going to happen. And it may happen all of a sudden, overnight. The enemy is attacking. Well, you should be ready to lay down your life and just go and attack. That's their duty. But for someone to give up all of their charity, that's something different. As doing their duty as a Kshatriya, they're willing to fight. But if they were asked another time, you please give up all of your charity, that's a little bit more difficult. The battle is impending. They must retaliate the attack. It may just come all of a sudden. They may attack, so they have to. So that often is coming. That's happening. Two parties are having two wars, one war or two armies are coming, and they have to be prepared and have to kill. And so they do it in that mood of going to the heavenly planets. If we're killed here, we'll go enjoy this earthly planet. If we go back, we'll enjoy in the heavenly planet. So a lot of soldiers on the battlefield. And they will have that same spirit. But how many people, if asked, give up all of your wealth during times of peace? You should give up all of your wealth. How many would be willing to do that, of all those big brave Kshatriyas? And so it's not a common thing. So he's saying, such an opportunity where he could be involved in his sacrifice of giving everything to Bali Maharaj is hardly ever even obtained before. But this is what is actually desired. Manasa deho geho jo kichumor aur pilan tu apadi Nanda Kishore. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this is required. Mind, body, home, whatever is mine. O youthful son of Nanda, to your lotus feet do I consign. So this is, we're surrendering everything. We are told this the very first day we come to ISKCON, or at least in the first few weeks you're going to hear it. You've got to surrender to the Lord, become pure devotees, surrender everything. So we follow it as far as we can. We get shaved up. We surrender our clothes and put on devotional clothes, and everything is changed, or so many things are changed. But everything is changed. Anyway, we see from Prabhupada how he surrendered. What was Prabhupada's process? He surrendered to the instructions of his spiritual master. Vyasatmika buddhi rekiha kurunandana. Single-minded determination, fixed on one point. What is that point? That point is the order of the Guru, executing the order of the Guru. So this is how Prabhupada, he surrendered everything by making the order of his Guru his life and soul. And as a result, it was a success story. Srila Prabhupada was successful in his mission. So he surrendered. We all know the troubles that Prabhupada had to try even to get out of India and to get into America. But Prabhupada was still fixed on that order of his Guru, fulfilling the order of his Guru, no matter what the circumstance was. But Srila Prabhupada actually, he did it. He surrendered everything to establishing the order of his Guru Maharaj. So actually most kings, most wars, is because the king wants something. He wants money, he wants wealth, he wants to occupy more land, he wants to make his kingdom bigger. That's generally the reason why there's a war. They want to expand, they're greedy. Well, they may be bona fide if they think they can rule the citizens better than the others, and if the king's going to be an upgrade, then it's okay. But mostly they don't really know the real duty of a king. or administrator is to see to the welfare of the citizens, the happiness of the citizens. That becomes the first order. Of course, they don't follow like that nowadays, but most of the wars we see, they want to accumulate more and more and more like that. So, even to the extent of, to expand our kingdom, we'll kill all the whole of the other, the party, the other war. We have a war and we'll kill everyone. They go to that extent, just simply to increase money and fame and prestige and locality. So here they're asking that if you can maintain your reputation, then that's very good. Because everything in your kingdom will finish, you will finish, everything will finish, all the money will finish in due course of time. But your reputation will not finish. So therefore, we're reading this story. This is that Shati Yuga, isn't it? The Treta. Prahlad Maharaj? Anyway, Satya Yuga or Treta Yuga. Anyway, can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, so like Baliraj. Okay, Baliraj. So he's famous. He's still famous. I was the different yugas, whether Treta Yuga or Satya Yuga. But it's coming from that time, and I think it's Satya Yuga. So they're still famous. Hiranyakashipu is also famous as he was a great demon, but he was a great warrior also. And so all these great kings, although they're demoniac, still their names are here mentioned thousands and thousands of years later, even millions of years later. So they're better that you keep, if you can gain a good reputation, that's much better to maintain that and give everything else up. But if you can maintain that, that'll be the best thing. Your reputation will always be with you. It'll always be there. And you'll be famous for that, but you won't be famous for anything else. If you would try to accumulate anything else, you wouldn't have been famous. Nobody would have remembered. But here he's doing these acts of sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Lord or the satisfaction of the citizens. Then one becomes very famous in history after thousands of years. So actually Bali Maharaj is talking to addressing Shukracharya. You're a Brahmana, so your reputation will be held. That'll be good. You'll always have that good reputation. So he was actually speaking to Shukracharya, because Bali Maharaj himself, he is not interested in reputation. Devotees are not interested in reputation. They're interested in Krishna's service. The reputation comes from the karmakandi, from wanting some recognition from your work. It's good work, you're doing good, and you should get recognition materially, but for pure devotees, they don't care for recognition. So this is not the reason why Bali Maharaj he's not doing this just for recognition. He's talking like this, but he's talking to Shukracharya, so because he has this mentality of karmakanda mentality. So when he's talking like that, it's not for Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj is a pure devotee of the Lord. almost pure. And so he doesn't care for fame, reputation. Devotees, he has a different identity. Trinadapi Sanuchitoropish Amanya Madaniya Kitaniya Sharahari. He doesn't expect any respect from him for himself. So anyway, it's bewildering. So this is why Krishna recommends to surrender, complete surrender. This chapter is Bali Maharaj's surrendering. So Krishna is also demanding surrendering. Sarvadanam parityaja mamekam sharanam braja. You give up all varieties of religion and surrender to me. So if your variety of religion is dharmic, I'll perform my duties nicely, and then as a result of that, I'll get a reputation that'll live forever practically. That's dharmic, but Bali Maharaj is he's surrendering to Vamanadev. He's transcendental. He's beyond Dharma, beyond the Dharma Shastra. It's very good, but this is what Bali Maharaj is doing is transcendental. He's not interested in the welfare, but he's interested in satisfying Vishnu, Krishna. Vamanadev is there right directly before him. That's his interest. Haritoshanam. That we have to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the greatest sacrifice that we were performing. That whatever your dharma is, you think if it's not for the satisfaction of Krishna, then we can do some rethinking. So our dharma should be the pleasure of Krishna. Vindati, the wife of Bali, because Bali surrenders everything, and Vindati says, well, what have you really got to surrender? It's a big talk, and you're surrendering everything, but actually what do you actually have? What do you own that you can surrender? If you think you got something. So this is what we are coming to the point of when Krishna is demanding sarvadhanam pariti, give up all those dharmas that are not favorable for Krishna's service. So that's Krishna's demand. So it's my memory's getting bad. The glories of old age. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada used to say that also. Oh, I cannot remember now. My memory is getting bad. But he knew Krishna, so he knew everything. Anyway, we're asked to surrender. Okay, this is the greatest thing. Surrender everything. Surrender everything. But then the next question is, who am I? that I've got to surrender. Do I know who I am? If I don't know who I am, how can I surrender? Or what can I surrender? So this was Sanatana Goswami when he met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramkeli or Prayag? Rupa and Sanatan. Huh? First Ramakeli. Yeah. Anyway, they approached. Sanatana Goswami is the Shambhanda Acharya. He's establishing our relationship with Krishna. So he approached Lord Chaitanya as an ideal to set the example with a piece of grass between his teeth, showing humility, lower than a blade of grass. And he said that people are calling me learned. They're calling me Pandit. You are very learned. And I'm thinking also, I am very learned. Because I'm a minister. That's a big position. A minister for the Mughal government also. They like to put their men in, but if there's a highly more qualified man, they accept from the other caste. So they were ministers of Nawab Hussain Shah. Very, very learned. He was such a trusted man that the Nawab Hussain Shah wanted Sanatan. He was more or less running the kingdom when the king was, Nawab Hussain Shah was going fighting wars. He left, Sanatan was in charge of administration, and so he's a big position. And he was extremely wealthy. They had a boatload of gold. And anyway, Sanatan said, so I am learned. I know how to speak Parsi, I know Urdu, I know Hindi, I know Sanskrit, I know Bengali. That's a Pandit, he knows all these things. And people, they are calling me Pandit, and I'm saying, yes, I'm a Pandit. But actually, I'm such a fool that I don't even know who I am. So Sanatana is our Shambhanda Acharya, but this is his mood. He's showing us by his example how we want to establish a relationship with Krishna. So the beginning with this, take a blade of grass and make inquiries like Sanatana Goswami. Swami holding on to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm completely bewildered. I don't know who I am. I don't know if I'm this body. It certainly feels like that I am this body. I act through the body like a body, and I adopt the names of the body and relationships with the body. It all seems very, very real. But actually the body, Krishna says, these are my elements, earth, water, fire, air. They're just material elements. So how, the body is dead matter. So how can I be the body? Or the higher the intelligence is higher than the gross. Bhakta Bhishmadev in where does he live? Across the river. Janamuni. Janamuni Ashram. Bhishmadev stays at Janamuni Ashram, and Bhishmadev he came here to visit Janamuni because Janamuni is his uncle. Because the father of Bhishma is Ganga Devi, and Janamuni swallowed the Ganga, so he became the father of Ganga. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was making the prekram. He goes to Bhishmatala in Janudvipa, and he meets Bhakta Bhishmadev. He's got blackish body, 12 tilaks, Japamala, Kuntimala, Chandan, Paka Vaishnava, chanting Hare Krishna. He said, Krishna gave me this benediction. When I left my body at Kurukshetra, Simultaneously, Krishna said, you'll get one body to serve Krishna and one body to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadvip. Simply because you visited your uncle there one time, that's all. Because of that association, a little bit of association, living on the Dham. Krishna said, when you leave your body, you will get the body to serve Mahaprabhu and Krishna in Navadvip. So he's giving Bhaktivinoda Thakur instructions, and he says how the glories of the Dham, the transcendental nature of the Dham. But as long as your intelligence still sticks to material identity, then the Dham will not be visible. You will not have a revelation. It will not reveal. As long as the intelligence still sticks to material identity. I think my intelligence does. My intelligence is telling me I am this, I am that. I am the enjoyer, the controller. So very difficult to understand who we are. Mind is king. Mind is the king. And very, very strong. Nobody can defeat the mind. It's ruthless. And always he will be on top. He won't let anyone else be on top. This is how and Krishna said it's my material element. But we become so absorbed in the mind. We're identifying with the mind. Because the mind is the enjoyer and controller. The Ahankara principle is forgetfulness of Krishna. Avidya. Ahankara means I am this body. I am this identity. Through ignorance, Krishna covers you in ignorance. From me come remembrance, like me, forgetfulness. So Krishna gives you forgetfulness of who you are. Jivha Sarupaya Krishna Nityadas. If you know that, you can't be the enjoyer in the material world. So Krishna covers it, this understanding of Jivha Sarupaya Krishna Nityadas. Krishna covers it, otherwise how you can enjoy it? So that's the first covering, avidya, forgetfulness of Krishna. Then you can begin to enjoy. And what is that enjoyment? That is simply the ahankara principle. I and mine. I am this body. And this world is mine to enjoy. So this is Shankarshan's potency. It's the dictation from Shankarshan. Into the I am the controller and I am the enjoyer. This is music for my ears. I always knew I was the controller and enjoyer. I always want to be the controller and enjoyer. And the ahankara is, his dictation is telling me, yes, you are the controller, you are the enjoyer. So, bewildered by the ahankara, the mind is just going on its own, making its own programs, what I like, what I don't like. So how we can surrender to Krishna? We really don't know who we are. Are we the mind? It appears like we are. But we're not. Maya, not this. I am not this body. Maya means I am this body. So this is, we have to surrender. So how we can surrender? First of all, we've got to understand who we are. If we don't know who we are, how we can surrender? We're thinking with this dead matter, earth, water, fire, air, mind, intelligence. These are my material energies, Krishna says. But we're identifying with them. And mind is king. He'll always let you know that. What I says goes. As much as with my potency. So Sanatana Goswami, he said, I don't know who I am. I don't know if I'm the body, or I'm the soul, or I'm the mind, or infinity. I don't know who I am. But whatever I am, that I'm surrendering unto you, Krishna. I'm bewildered, I don't know who I am. But whatever I am, that I'm surrendering unto you, Krishna. That much I can do. I don't know who I am, but whatever I am, let me just surrender that to you. And when Krishna wants to reveal, or the Holy Name wants to reveal, when he is ready, when we are qualified to receive the blessings from Guru, and they can reveal our real identity beyond all these material elements. As the eternal soul is Jipaya Shrupaya Nitya Krishna Das. So we have to surrender our identity to Krishna. That's a big thing. Big thing to, after billions and billions of universal lifetimes of identifying ourselves to be the controller and the enjoyer. Now we've got to come to the point of surrendering. Not so easy. But anyway, by the association of devotees, pure devotees, who are so powerful, it says here that they turn any place into a place of pilgrimage. This is the potency of the great devotees. Few places in Bhagavatam it mentions about that. Was it when Vidura came? Oh Maitreya, what places did you purify in your travels? Even the Ganga gets purified. What places of pilgrimage did you purify? Even if they're not places of pilgrimage, they make that place a place of pilgrimage. Prabhupada went to America and created New Vrindavan. He said this is none different than other Vrindavan. West Virginia, Prabhupada said, no, this is none different than Vrindavan here. The Bodhis were there, the chanting. Prabhupada was there. He made it into a place of pilgrimage. So main identity in this world is I am the controller and I am the enjoyer. We want to control a situation, why? So we can enjoy it. Practically that's the main identity, the false identity. Oh, this is the hankara. This is the hankara potency or principle. And the living entities, there's in the beginning of creation, when Mahavishnu breathes out and creates the universe, at that time, there is no modes of material nature manifested. So consciousness is pure at that time. Everything else is unmanifested. But the living entities are coming with the glance from Vishnu. And the living entity is in pure consciousness, Vasudeva consciousness. I think the third canto, yeah? The process of creation, no. Not the process of creation. Fundamental principles of material nature, that chapter. The living entity, he is in Vasudeva consciousness because there is no manifestation of the modes of material nature. So he's in pure consciousness. Vasudeva. Then the dictation from Shankarshan comes. Shankarshan is the Lord, master of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the Hankara principle. In the Vishwarup, universal form of the Lord, material form, then Lord Shiva is also part of that form. He's the Hankara principle in the Vishwarupa's form, the universal form. We have Hankara, so Krishna, we can't have something that he doesn't have. So also he has Hankara principle, that's a false ego. Shankashan's potency. So when that dictation comes to the living entity in pure consciousness, control and enjoyer, I'm the control and enjoyer. And the living entity said, yes, exactly what I wanted. Thank you. I'll adopt you. So he gets covered with the Hankara. Because I want to be the control and I want to be... He could have gone back to Godhead. He could have made a choice. But due to the influence of that Ahankara principle, he blew it. We blew it. We're all here now. Luckily we're in Sridham Mayapur. But anyway, this is the situation, how difficult it is to understand, how intricate everything is, how to get out of it. The mind is simply under the false impression of the Ahankara principle. He has factually become the enjoyer and the controller of anyway, if we got to surrender everything, we have to understand who we are, otherwise how we can surrender? Anyway, manasya deho geho jo kichumo. Whatever is mine, I don't know what I am, but whatever is mine, if I'm pure consciousness or impure consciousness, that I surrender unto you, Krishna. Satan Goswami, I don't know who I am, I'm completely bewildered. I'm the Sambandharacharya, I'm supposed to know, but I'm acting as a bewildered, completely bewildered. But whatever I am, whatever is my identity, that I will use for serving Krishna. That identity, Jivha Swarupa Nitya Krishna. That is my identity. I may not have a realization, but I know Mahaprabhu said that, I know Prabhupada said that, I know the Haparampara is saying that. We may not have realization. But however we identify ourselves, it should be as a servant, or the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. Then that's the beginning of spiritual life. You get your sambandha, you get an awakening, you realize what is actually the soul becomes manifest. Uncovered, now it's covered. And all we're dealing with, mind, intelligence, ego, and all these different elements. Nothing to do with the soul. Soul is covered. But there comes a time when it becomes uncovered. By the mercy of Krishna's devotees. Or Krishna, if you're fortunate also. Then we can understand realize our factual position as the eternal servants of Krishna. And utilize everything in Krishna's service. No more bewilderment. I have now regained my memory by your grace. Arjuna said. Before he was in illusion. He couldn't remember who he was. But at the end, now I have regained my memory. I know who I am. By your grace, Krishna. He accredits his grace to Krishna. Because he's Guru. So Guru were revealed. So what we can do? We can simply try to attract the attention of Guru and Krishna by our activities, our devotional activities. If they are pleased with us, then they can reveal. If they're not pleased, we have to wait a bit longer. So that's our function anyway, try to satisfy the Lord and His devotees. And then revelation will be there, Sambandha will be there. We'll be able to see clearly our remembrance. Remembrance means of myself. Now I regain my memory. I know who I am. I'm the soul. Krishna, Arjuna says. He just heard Bhagavad Gita. It only took him half an hour to get self-realized. I can remember myself. By your grace, Krishna. Anyway, we have Lord Vamanadev is on our side. the Shukacharya is on the other side. He's on the demoniac mentality side. Vamanadev is on our side. So who's going to win? Who will win the battle? Vamanadev, he can stick his foot through the earth, water, fire, air, mind, intelligence, ahankara. He can stick his toe right through all those coverings and pierce you into the spiritual realm. He's on our side. Lord Vamanadev. This is how we have. He's our leader. He's Krishna. So our parampara is coming from Krishna. So that's who we have on our side. Krishna and the parampara. So who's going to win the battle? Shri Vamanadeva ki. Yeah, so there was a nice song by Jayadev from England, rock and roll singer. And one verse I like, he said, "And Maya's web lies undone at your lotus feet." Very nice, huh? This was Prabhupada. He's singing a song about Prabhupada. Maya's web lies undone at your lotus feet. So this was Prabhupada. He come and revealed everything. Otherwise Maya is like a web, spider web, you get caught. But Prabhupada came to remove this illusion, this false identity, and establishing our real identity by giving us devotional service. We are the eternal servants of Krishna. What we need more than anything else in this world is service. So that Mahaprabhu has come to give, and Guru has come to give. Here is service. How you perform your service, that is your bhakti. But the service is being given. Now how you value that service, how you perform it, that is up to each individual. So you perform your service in the mood of satisfying Krishna, or you're doing service in the mood of satisfying myself. So the speed of revelation depends on sincerity of the devotee. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Lord Vamanadeva ki jai, Bhakta Bali Maharaj ki jai, Nitai Go Premanandi, Hari Hari Go, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any comment? Question? 1 minute past. Abhay, Prabhu.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Thank you for the wonderful class, Jananivasa Prabhu.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask, you were saying that if we don't know who we are, then how do we know what to surrender to Krishna? And then you said that whatever we are, we'll surrender to Krishna, whatever we have. So the question is, it seems, just the way I'm thinking, in the beginning, kind of thinking is very nice. In fact, that should be the way of thinking. But then when things get too difficult and mind doesn't surrender, then you start to think, oh well, maybe I should figure out what Varna I am. And then from Varna,
oh, okay.
Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra, Brahman. And from there I'll do some service, it'll be easier. So my question is, how important is that, whether it's worth to actually try to figure out your propensity or whatever you would call it, and work from there. Because sometimes the things that gets too complicated, and life is short, I'll just who cares about all that? Just chant Hare Krishna and tell the mind to shut up. So how important is that to acknowledge or try to find out one's varna?
It's important because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come to give it, this process of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti or varnashram, etc. and dharma. Mahaprabhu is given it as a secondary process. And the six Goswamis, Mahaprabhu has come to give prema. Krishna prema padayati, here, take it. If you can. If you can't take it, then he's giving second best. This is the rules and regulations of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, which Krishna doesn't accept. But in the spiritual realm, but we don't have any option. We don't know who we are. We're bewildered. So we have our duty to perform. So better that we take to the positive. What is the positive? Krishna's demands. Sarvadanam parityajaman. Give up all those. I just spoken all these different situations. Dharma, Varnashram Dharma. I've spoken Varnashram Dharma. Now Krishna is saying, give up that Dharma, right? I've spoken the Dharma of Maya, the Dharma of renunciation, the Dharma of all these different Dharmas. And in the end, Krishna says, now give up all of those Dharmas and just surrender to me. I'll take care, don't worry, Masujan. Whatever you are, that I'm surrendering you to Krishna. Okay, here is the service, you just perform your service. No, not necessary. From Krishna's angle of vision, better you choose the direct path and directly surrender. But if you can't do that, then here's this path, this path. They're all different dharmas, all the different types of yoga, jnana yoga, sandha yoga, varnashram dharma. They're all different dharmas. So why are all these different dharmas there? Because they're different persons. And they're all attached to the idea of being the controller and enjoy. And I'll control like this, through varnashram, I'll control through jnana, I'll control through yoga, I'll control through... So Krishna says, give up all these, they're all nonsense dharmas. Because we have that desire to control in a certain way, then Krishna's created all these different processes. Do it this way, is a bona fide way. I'm speaking myself, all these dharmas. So you follow that, it's good. But Krishna says, I don't want that. I don't want you to follow all these. I want you to give them more, to surrender to me. But that's why Krishna spoke them. Simply because of this idea we're attached to being the controller. Okay, you control this process of yoga because you want to be the controller. Control the practice of varnashram because you want to be a controller. So therefore I've created all these different yogas and everything to satisfy, to cater for each individual's desire to control in a certain way. So if the propensity to holding on to this idea of being the controller is too strong, then you follow the regulated principles of devotional service. Second best. But Krishna is recommending first class. Sarva Dharma, give up all of the other dharmas and take to the dharma of surrender.
What if, what if you're put into a service that you're not comfortable with? Like if I had come to the temple and they said, I want you to be a pujari, I would have gone, I can't do this. No, surrender, just do it. I wouldn't have been able to do it for 40-some years, I can tell you that. I couldn't do it, because that's not who I am. At least I have that part down. So I was engaged doing something that was easy for me to do, so to speak. Like you were probably engaged to be a pujari. Hopefully maybe that's what you really wanted to do in devotional service. I think what I was trying to get to is, if you can't find who you are in devotional service, you always feel like you're just not quite getting something right. Something's wrong. Why aren't I just comfortable doing what I'm doing in devotional service? So will we always be put in a position or find a position that we will be comfortable and be able to succeed in devotional service? Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was an explanation. Yeah, no, that's why it's... we're given the topmost thing. Krishna consciousness is the topmost. We got to be doing something. We got to be doing something. So we come to Krishna consciousness. Here is something you do. At least it's Krishna's service. Krishna consciousness, well, at least in the 60s and 70s, the temple commander was there. You would touch his feet. Whatever he said, you will do. There was a very strong mood of surrender there. We were just doing it because Prabhupada told us to do it. You got to surrender, Prabhu. You got to surrender. We tried our best. Didn't work with everyone. Not everybody could continue it. But yeah, we see the good examples and we follow in their footsteps. But it's not only your problem, my boy. I don't know who I am either. Except Krishna's servant. Somehow or another I was attracted to the deity service, so for me I was quite happy. I know you're looking, you're always looking here and there for this service to get that satisfaction. And then he ends up, you're running after the bus. Hey, you stop, I'm coming back on the Sankirtan bus. I'm going out again. Then he comes back, I'm never going to go out again. I feel this. The bus, beep, beep, beep. Hey, wait for me, I'm going on Sankirtan again. Anyway, he has a very good attitude, so that Krishna notices the attitude of bewilderment, but Krishna notices that. He will not forget. Krishna says, maybe Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is saying, the devotee is advancing. And actually Krishna comes to him and he says that, how can I ever forget you, my devotee? He said, you're always performing different services. Sometimes you stayed whole night. Sometimes you were even doing Nirjala Ekadasi, whole day fasting without taking water, staying up whole night, doing services for me. How can I ever forget you? How can I ever? So he said, Krishna always remembers all the services. So Krishna's on our side, so we don't worry. He's our worshipful deity. He's our worshipful Lord. Everyone is under this bewilderment. It's not a new thing. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. I think you should ask me after because it's time for breakfast. Hare Krishna. Thank you.